How's it going, ladies and gentlemen? In this video, we're going to be exploring what the hardest achievements in Town of Salem are. During the video, we'll also be going through all the achievements that we currently have and what else is left. Hope you enjoy. Alrighty, so starting off with the achievements page, the first achievement we're going to be talking about is the hardest one in the entire game. My personal opinion, it is the hardest. And that achievement is kill 5 players in a single night as the Juggernaut. I personally don't know a single person with this achievement, and I believe it to be borderline impossible to get. In order to even get a rampage in the game, you need to first get 2 of your abilities. Now, to get abilities as a Juggernaut, first you have to kill on night 2, because night 1 you can't attack. After night 2, you then gain the ability to kill every single night. When you kill someone again, you then get the ability to rampage. So then by minimum night 4, you will be able to start rampaging. Now, I don't know about you guys, but generally by night 4 in the game, you don't have 5 people running around. You don't have 5 people going to the same person. It can happen. Don't get me wrong, it can happen, but it's super, super rare. So, I would say this achievement is by far the hardest, because you have to get Juggernaut, you have to get the Rampage ability, and then minimum night 4, you have the potential to attack 5. Then we move on to the second hardest achievement, very similar to this one, except instead of Juggernaut, it's Plague Bearer. Attack 5 players in a single night. Now, I do know people who've gotten this achievement, and generally the ones who get it are the ones who become Pestilence super quickly. So like night 2 Pestilence, night 3 Pestilence. I would say this is easier to get than the Juggernaut one, because Juggernaut has to wait minimum till night 4 to get their Rampage ability, but Pestilence can become Pestilence by night 1 even. I would say second hardest is this one by far. I think the third hardest achievement is this one right here. Natural Remedies. Successfully heal a covered member 5 times. In a game, by the way. Extremely difficult. Night 1, you've got the book. You heal your Necro. But then you have to wait 2 nights for your potion to recharge. So you wait until night 3, then you can heal him again. And then you heal him again. And then you heal him again. And generally, by the time you do this, either you're going to be dead, your friend's going to be dead, or the game's going to be over. So again, it's super difficult. Not really a practical achievement. No one really gets this. And I'm very glad that it's not successfully healing a covered member from an attack, because that would literally be impossible. So I would say third hardest achievement is this one. The fourth hardest achievement, Revitalized. To get this achievement, you need to purge a poison and a douse from your target. So, already this sounds pretty damn hard. Basically, there has to be a poisoner in the game who poisons your target, and your target has to get doused too in the same game. Not as hard as the other ones, but still pretty damn difficult, and I actually don't know anyone that's got this. Generally, once a Guardian Angel has protected someone, Arsonists will avoid dousing them because their douse will get purged. And same with Poisoners, they'll just back off. So you pretty much need it to happen on night 1. They both do it at the same time. Which could happen, not completely unheard of, but super uncommon. The next hardest achievement, and this might actually be even harder than the one we spoke about previously, is Triple Threat. Kill a Godfather, Arsonist, and a serial killer in the same night. Extremely difficult to get. How often do you get a GF, Arsonist, and SK going on the same person? How often do you see them spawn in the same game? With a werewolf too, by the way. We have seen this happen before, and it was on Rainbow Mode. So in Rainbow Mode, you got 2 Arsonists, 2 serial killers, a Godfather, and any in that game happened to be a werewolf, and then happened to kill these 3 targets. Again, very hard to get, and I would say your chances of getting it in CAA is pretty much 0. Up next, we've got Patience, Jackass Patience, which we actually have. Get your target liched on day 10 or later. Now, in some modes, this is not too difficult to get. Some modes do stall out, and then they could go until night 10. But in Covered All Any, very difficult. Most games never even get to day 10. And if they do, and you're an Executioner, your target's probably not going to live, so you need like a stalemate scenario. We ended up getting it in a custom mode where I think there was 1 Executioner, or maybe several Executioners, and then like different targets, and our target happened to be a vampire who got lynched at the very end, which was very insane and very hype. Another insane one is losing 10 jewels in a game. Again, for this achievement to even work, the game has to go minimum till night 10, and you have to lose every single battle as a pirate. Now, you do have a bit of influence over this one. You can come out on day 1 and say, I am pirate, I'm going for the 10 losses achievement. No one picks sidestep, and then you just keep picking sidestep over and over and over. The problem is, a lot of times the game doesn't go till night 10, and then also some people think you're big braining, and then they'll pick sidestep, and then they'll die. So you end up not getting it. It's happened to us several times, but I do know a decent amount of people who have this, who got it through that method. Another very hard achievement to get is an unstoppable force meets an invincible object. You get this by being in a game where Pestilence is attacked by a fully powered Juggernaut. Now, I was lucky enough to get this very early on in my achievements run. I thought this would have taken forever. It is very difficult to get, but it's not as high as the other ones because you need to be in a game where this happens to get it. You don't have to be the people participating. So, as long as 2 people do this, sometimes we've had the lobby band together saying, screw it, let's get Pestilence Juggernaut achievement, and everyone's sort of like manufactured it together and gotten it for everyone's benefit. So another hard achievement is this one, Last Meal. As a poisoner, have a jailed player die to your poison. Reason why this is super difficult to get is because generally when someone gets poisoned and pops out and says, I am poisoned, dock on me, the jailer's not going to be jailing them. So you sort of need the jailer to fumble. And then another difficult one is the achievement right underneath it called Delayed Paranoia. To get this one, you need to have a veteran on alert die to your poison. So essentially for this one, you need a veteran with alerts and who's also going to alert on a night because they've lost hope and they think there's no doctor who can save them. Because generally, veterans are going to not alert and say, dock on me, and they're going to chance it. So that's why this one's hard to get. Another pretty difficult achievement is Double-Edged Sword. Now, we do actually have this one, but it is a bugged achievement, so the game doesn't give it to you unless you give proof and send it to the forums. The reason why this is so difficult is because you need a veteran with 2 alerts at minimum who's going to use alerts while you throw people in. If you're throwing people into a veteran, they're not going to alert again, because a lot of people say, well, stop alerting, the witch is throwing people into you. You need a veteran who's not going to listen to that, which does happen more often than not, who also has alerts, who's going to alert anyway and then get someone else killed. Another difficult achievement to get, which we got recently, is called Ignite a Serial Killer and a Godfather in the same night. So, pretty much like the werewolf one, but a little easier because werewolf is not one of the targets. You only need an SK and a GF. We got this in rainbow mode. Like we said, a mode with a Godfather and a guaranteed serial killer in it. Another decently hard one to get is multi-trap, placing 3 traps in a single game. I wouldn't say this one's hard, but it's tricky. If you ever get Robloxed while you're trying to get this achievement, you pretty much can't get it. You need to stay alive as a trapper claim, which is hard because people generally lynch trappers. And you either need your trap to get triggered or you need to place it and keep disassembling and placing and disassembling and placing. That has to happen without you getting lynched, without you getting murdered, and without your trap also killing anybody. Because if you do end up killing someone, then you have to spend time building your trap again, and it's going to take even more time. So placing 3 traps in a single game, generally a hard thing to get. Another extremely difficult one is attack 5 people in a game as Crusader. This one I would say is almost as hard as maybe the werewolf one, attacking a serial killer, Godfather, and Arsonist in the same night. Because how often are you going to attack 5 people in a game as Cruz? Even if you have a town protect chain, they're probably not going to keep attacking that many times. It's sad because one game we actually got to 4 attacks, and we had the opportunity to get the 5th one, but we would have had to game throw and intentionally kill a townie, and in the end I chose not to do it. We ended up winning the game, but I was 1 short of getting that achievement. Another tricky Vampire Hunter achievement is killing 2 vampires in one night. Now, for this one to work, you need to stake a vampire and you need the youngest one to walk into you. Pretty damn tricky because you need at minimum 2 vamps to be in the game and then you need to stake the right one at the same time that they try to go for you. Another tricky achievement to get in this game is be Roblox 3 times in a single game as a psychic. Normally, as a psychic, you're not going to get Roblox 3 nights in a row. The way we got this one was we coincidentally got Roblox 2 nights in a row, and then I said to the person, Roblox me again, and they did. But consorts don't normally target the psychic that much, and escorts really don't go out of their way to Roblox the psychic more than once, if they did it once accidentally. So this one's difficult. You sort of need people to make it happen for you. So I would say those are generally the hardest achievements in the game. The rest of them are sort of, you know, in terms of difficulty, they would be C tier. The ones we spoke about are like S plus S and A tier. We're pretty much done with the general page. This is completely finished. These two here are bugged. We did get these, but they weren't granted to us in-game, so we have to submit it to the forums to get this one. Bodyguard, we just need wins. Crusader, this difficult achievement wins. Doctor wins. Escort wins. Investigator wins. Jailer wins. Lookout, we still need to see 4 people visit our target. And wins. Mayor, we need wins. Medium, we need wins. Psychic, we need wins. Retry, need a doctor to heal ourselves, and wins. We'll get this one pretty soon. As soon as we get Retry with a doc in the game, we'll just do it. Sheriff, we need wins. Spy, we need to see someone get healed. Still trying to get that one. Tracker, we just need wins. Transporter, we just need wins. Now, Trapper, we do need to get these two. Have a Coven Leader trigger your trap. Now, this achievement is actually incorrect because I have had a Coven Leader trigger my trap and was not granted the achievement. You need a Coven Leader to die to your trap, not just trigger it. So, this is incorrect. And see a Pestilence visit your target. Very rarely would you see a Pestilence attack your target as a trapper. Vampire Hunter just need wins. Veteran just need wins. Vigilante need wins and also have to shoot ourselves at night. This achievement is bugged, but I don't think we've gotten it yet. I think we've gotten it on the main account, but not on this account. In terms of Mafia achievements, need to ambush a doc, need to ambush a werewolf, need to ambush a pestilence. I really don't get ambusher often, so we're kind of lacking here. Blackmailer, we need to blackmail ourselves and wins. Consig, we gotta find our Godfather. Need wins. Consort, Roblox yourself. GF, just need wins. Disguiser, we need wins. Forge a will on an invest. Not too difficult. On yourself or on the Marth, you need Transporter or a Witch or a CL. Need wins. Frame yourself and wins. Godfather, we just need wins. Hypnotist, we just need wins. Janitor, we just need wins. Mafioso wins. Amnesiac, pretty much the same thing. Need to ignite ourselves as an Arsonist. The situation hasn't come up yet where we've had the opportunity to do it without game throwing. Generally, I'm going to go for a win first before going for this one because you could randomly get this at any time. X, we're pretty much done. Guardian Angel, revitalized. Tough one. Jester, completely done. Juggernaut, got to kill a Coven Leader. Got to attack someone in jail. And then also got to kill 5 players in a single night. I don't know how we're going to get that one, if we'll ever get that one. Pirate, just need wins, need to lose 10. Plague Bearer, we need wins. Unholy Strike, borderline impossible. Having a jailer try to execute you. We do have it on our main, but don't have it on the achievements account. Serial Killer, we just need wins. Survivor, we're done. Vampire, just need wins. Werewolf, gotta get these two. Rampage is still decently difficult, but now that they've added neutral killing back into ranked, it shouldn't be too bad. Especially with the 5 random towns, now that I think about it. Because as a werewolf, if someone's claimed jailer, you're probably going to jump in. And if there's 5 random towns, there could very well be a bunch of lookouts and town protects in the game, all going on the same dude. So Rampage might have actually gotten easier. Witch, we're pretty much done. We need wins. Coven Leader, control a player to visit Pestilence. This one's a risky one to get because if you know there's a Pestilence in the game, you don't want to be controlling anyone into them because you could be getting rampaged by the Pestilence by leaving your home. Kill 5 players as the Hexmaster. Now this, I'm pretty sure I have gotten 5 kills as a Hexmaster before in a single game, and I still didn't get this. So I'm not really too sure about it. Need to check and see if that one's bugged. I could be remembering incorrectly. Xing a Coven member, not too hard. You need a Transporter. Medusa, we just need wins. Necromancer, you have to reanimate Pestilence. This one is, again, a risky one to get because it's guaranteed death if you do this. We actually did have the opportunity to get this one recently, but I was so absorbed into the game that I didn't even realize I could do it. And reanimating a doctor to heal a Coven member, not too difficult. Poisoner, we spoke about these two. Need wins. And finally, as the Potion Master, we need a bunch of wins. We need to find the Pestilence. Now, again, this one is... You do need the game throw to get this one, because if you know there's a Pestilence in the game, which is probably going to be in the late game, mind you, why on earth would you ever be using your reveal potion in that scenario? you're pretty much asking to get rampage and die. And if you're going out of your way to look for the pestilence, then what the hell? You're actually just throwing. You're going to die if you do that. So I would say the only time you go for this is if you realize you absolutely are not going to win and you just go and look for him to get the achievement. You can see that most of the achievements we need are the really difficult ones and then random ones here and there that we haven't gotten yet due to not getting the role or the situations not arising. And then the rest of them are just wins. So I hope you guys enjoyed this rundown. We'll probably do another one once we get to like 300 achievements. And I hope to see you guys next time. Goodbye.